Well, how is everybody? Jeannie Mac, I'll tell you, it's hard work here, trying to get used to the countryside. I have a few people, that keep asking me silly questions. What do you think I'm going to open here? A trout farm or something, huh? I'm not opening a trout farm. No, and I don't care either. Anyway, let me turn it off now and let me show you what I'm at. Now, here we go. In the last few days, like, it's very soggy down this end of the field, right? And it's near the house, and like I'm telling you now, we have a natural spring here, right? Which is not, these are little test holes just to see where the water's coming up, and this one here. Now, we've done one here as well, and you can see there's less water in that one than there was in any of the others. I was going to fence it off, but you know what, I'm going to put ducks over, just over in that corner there. The ducking house is going to be over there. We're going to have a few ducks, and remind me, do you know what, don't ever touch the fence. I have the fence is electrified. And right, as we were working here, this is part of the lawn. I used this part of the lawn at the back of the house, but I've located an old pipe down there, you see. Look on the test hole, nice and neatly done, and it's not leaking. It's not leaking, and there's the line of it. Goes right down across the field and into, there's a natural drainage out there. But this is very funny here now. This is where I was digging this morning, and this corner is particularly where I'm going to have, I think I'll build get the digger in and pull away a bit of soil here and make a duck pond for the naturals, the little quackers. And when I have that done, it'll be some job, I hope. And all them rocks, God, there's more rocks in Sligo than there is anything else. If rocks were for sale, lads, you could have them. Listen to me, I'll tell you what I'm going to use them rocks for, I think, is make a rockery in that corner there. A nice rockery. And a natural pond here. And that's spring water. That's coming from a spring. Underground spring as well, by the way. It's coming up, not long and not in at the sides. It's coming up from the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shallow it out into a kind of a slope for the ducks. And the overflow from that can be piped out into the other pipe. And that should dry the ground up. Yeah, should dry the ground up. Should indeed, yeah. But you know what, that's where I'm up to now at the minute. Cattle are doing well out there, look at them lovely. Oh God, can you know, this is where it was all going to be fenced off for the ducks. Ducks are going to have a lovely area to live in. And I'm only getting 3. But I'm on the lookout for 3 females. I don't want drakes. I'm Maureen, thanks a million Maureen. Maureen was down overlooking the place, and Maureen's my authority on ducks, you know, and chickens and farming. She's an absolute wizard. She is. Good on you, Maureen. And had Packy down as well. Packy was looking at he was more interested now. Packy is the man that'll help you out when you're talking about farming now, or gates, or he's the man. Packy's the man. He knows his way around the land too. He's no stranger. I don't know where's that flower there, lads? But I like that. Oh, I didn't see you yesterday. Right, okay, alright. Okay, but that's what I'm up to today. Yeah, I'm not doing much. You know, I'm not doing much at all. I'm just taking it nice and easy. I'm not caring too much about there's no time factor where I'm concerned at all. You know, I have a load of work to do, as you can see. But I haven't been outside because the weather hasn't been. I've got this thing, and there's my view every morning from the breakfast table. Oh Lord, it's a hard life. But you know, someone has to live it. Because if I didn't, someone else would. You know, like, if I be quiet for a minute, which is very hard. Okay. So peaceful, I can't even hear it. You hear flights going into Ireland's West Airport there in Knock. It's about 20 minutes away over in that direction. And Yeah, it's a beautiful setting now, to be honest with you folks. Absolutely beautiful. And I want to give the ducks the best home humanly possible. I'm going to put their hatch or their hutch underneath that tree there, nice and sheltered. I'll fence it in. I have to be very careful though, because around here there's an awful lot of mink. And foxes, as you can see, foxes now, as you can see, don't have great coverage. But you know what, there's an awful lot of sounds around here. Pheasants. The pheasants are plentiful. God almighty, you're driving down the little boreen here, and to be honest with you, it's unreal what's available. What wildlife is here. Like, I went down to that corner there where we dug out that test hole during the winter, coming into the spring, and there was a lot of water lodged in between myself, between the corner and the next field, and in that was a lot of frog spawn, so I didn't want to disturb anything there at that stage, so I let them. They're gone and dusted, done and dusted now. They're little froggies somewhere hopping around the place, so someone has a box of frogs and they're as nearly as mad as myself. But anyway, no, that's it now. That's what we're at. I don't plan on fencing it all off now. I'm going to have a drainage system for down there, you know. I'm going to definitely put the pond there. I don't want the ducks having to go too far for water. They need water. Ducks are happy. It's going to be about 2 foot deep, unless anyone out there knows more about ducks and they can tell me. And do you know what? A couple of suggestions on the type of duck I should get. Now, I'm looking for layers. I like to hear the ducks as well. I know some of them are nearly silent. I don't want that. I like to hear the wildlife, and I like to hear the ducks, and you know. And if you can give me advice on feed, and it's all new to me, these ducks now, and I'm going to be keeping the videos going now one by one as we're working away. I'm not ready to show anyone what's going on in the house because I am in the middle of a massive decorating project at the minute, so I'll hold off on that. But it's Richie D here, and I hope everybody, I hope you get a chance to have a look at this. And if you have any information or any advice for me, do you know what? Drop us an old message there, PM me there on Facebook or whatever. I'd only be too delighted to take suggestions, and you know, don't ask for advice unless you're willing to listen. You know, that's the way I look at it. And you know, you might be good at everything, but you can't do everything. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, there's a couple of things you need to work out in your head. I see the other day I was cutting the grass there. I had an awful job. The grass was down, up over. I was over me welly boot anyway. And look, there's the welly boots on. Look, hey, you wouldn't ever think you see me in welly boots. Look, I'm in wellies anyway. And it was up over me welly boot, because and I got it down with an ordinary mower. And now I mulch the grass every 2 or 3 days, because now I like to get out, and the actual exercise is fantastic for you. And I leave a bit of wildlife going on there as well around the wilding, as they call it. I'll plant some lovely flowers. I mightn't get as much done out here this year as I would plan, but nevertheless, you know, like, look at them trees, man. Gee, this is just heaven. Like, look at them trees. There's an ash tree at the end. Now, the ash tree seems to be a very late bloomer, or is that normal? I don't know. I hope it's not got that dieback. I hope it's not got that ash dieback that most of the Irish trees have. Anyway, I have a cat somewhere. I don't know where he's gone. Earlier on, he hit the electric fence down there, and genie did I see him somersault. But anyway, that's it now. I think I found the source of my dampness. If anyone else has any suggestions here, let me know. Come on, give us a hand. I'm sure you can muster up. So I need advice on ducks, or where I could get ducks. I'm in County Sligo. I don't mind travelling a little bit. I'm in County Sligo, and I'll be looking forward to the ducks. Just checking these holes again. No, they're dry. I think I found the source, and that's the source. Definitely got to be near it anyway. So if I scrape back an area fairly big there with the digger, I'm sure I'll come to the source and go deeper, and then I'll organise it. But I can see already that that water is getting clearer. It was as muddy, but I know it's muddy now, but it was worse than that. And you can see that it's got a natural, as I was digging it out, I could see the water gushing up from the ground. So I would say it's an underground spring or an underground stream. Could be anything. That is an old septic tank pipe. That's not in use. There has been a whole new system put in the house, but it just goes to show it's not burst. And we were at first thinking that it might be bursted, and that's why the water has been diverted, the wastewater or whatever, rainwater has been diverted through that whole tank, but it hasn't. So I'm very pleased to find out. Now, I was told that years and years ago, and this could be also the issue here, years and years ago, along this bank here, along this hedge here, there used to be a natural stream. And now, I'll tell you something, folks, if there was a stream there, I'd be getting in there with the digger. And if there's a flow of water along them stone walls, that's my boundary wall there on one side of my property. But you can see I'm leaving the grass nice and long here. But that's basically it. There's the tree from the other side that the desk boxes are on. And it's an awful big area. Like all as far as your eyes can see there now, you know. It's, oh God, Jesus, I tell you one thing, maybe I'll need another pair of wellies to get to the end of it. But I'll try my best anyway, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on. Listen, until then, take care of yourselves, alright?